Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a rundown of what I'm expecting for major assignment number 2. This is an individual assignment and it is an assessment tool analysis. So what you're going to do is you are going to look at two different assessment tools. You're going to look at the Battelle Developmental Inventory, second edition, known as the BDI-2, and you're going to be looking at the Ages and Stages Questionnaire Social-Emotional, also known as the ASQ-SE. Okay, so here are the two, the BDI-2 and the ASQ social emotional. Make sure that this is the social emotional and not just the ages and stages, because there is an assessment that's just called ages and stages. This one focuses on social emotional development. What I'm asking for you to do is to develop a report, and what you're going to do is you are going to address all of these areas. I would say the easiest way to do it would be include a introduction and then have headings with all of this information. So it's very clear, you know that you have addressed everything, you have satisfied all the criteria I'm asking for you. So these are the areas. First, the purpose. What is this test used for? It's going to be, you can find all of this information online. You can find it from the publishers of the test. You can find it through research on these assessments. Make sure that you keep all of your sources, because I'm going to ask for you to include them at the end in a reference list. So, purpose. What's the purpose? What is this test used for? Then give me some information on reliability and validity. Both of these tests have been analyzed at length for reliability and validity. If you say to me they have good reliability and validity, that doesn't count. I need some actual statistics. I need some numbers. Tell me what the publisher says about the reliability and validity, because that can make or break an assessment tool. So I need to know if this test is actually measuring what it's supposed to be and if the results are actually reliable. All right, moving on. What developmental domains does it assess? So they both have several domains, and so you can just say it assesses this, 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 and this, and within, say, physical development, it might assess subdomains. So you can include the subdomains too. Just tell me, make sure that you are demonstrating that you know what this test is testing for, what developmental domains it assesses for. What agencies use these tests? So you can find that if you Google something local. These tests are pretty widely used. You can definitely find local agencies. You can find state or federal agencies. These tests are very widely used. What are the strengths and weaknesses? Make sure that you discuss this. So where are the tests the strongest? What do supporters of the test say? And what are the limitations of the test? What do people who argue against the test, what do they say? Where are the tests weak? And lastly, what's the best way to use this assessment on young children based on the content that you've learned thus far? So should this assessment be conducted through observation? Should you be in a room by yourself with the child? Should it be for infants? Should it be for toddlers? So use the knowledge that you have accumulated through this course to weigh in and say what is the best way that this test should be used. Again, I would suggest that you organize it in a very clear way. That way you don't need to search around to make sure that you have addressed all of the areas. It's very clearly laid out. It'll help you and it'll help me. If I have to search for your answers and I'm not sure if you even included it, it's not going to be good for you. So I would definitely recommend that you use headings, and then, like I said before, at the end, include a reference page, because if you are using references, you need to include them so you don't get marked for plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you take somebody else's work and make it your own. You don't need to include in-text citations, just include references at the end. Say you wanted to do the BDI first, You have all of your headings and all of your information, and then at the end say, I got my information, references, these are the websites that I got my information from. And make sure that you're using good websites. Wikipedia is not always very accurate, so don't use that. Again, if there's any questions or concerns, please contact me, and I look forward to seeing all of your reports.